Okay, so this morning I didn't go into any classrooms because all of the colleagues at my school advised me against it, saying that I could get into trouble and I'm not allowed to badmouth our employer, the education department, and any social media networks, and I could lose my job. And I'm doing this knowing full well that I stand to lose my job. I know that I can get into a lot of trouble for this. But at the moment, I'm at a point where I feel like if I have to, then so be it. The education department isn't doing anything to help us in our cause. SOS, which is the body that governs us, and we actually pay money for, isn't doing anything to help us as South African educators with the adversity in which we have to teach. Now, when I went to university, I was trained to educate learners in diversity, but not the adversity that I'm currently facing. And this is just a plea to communicate the disdain that we face as educators. All of my peers, people who graduated with me and who are in my age group, are all going abroad. South Africa is losing very good educators simply because no one is helping us in disciplining our learners. And I'm sorry, but I feel like a failure because I am failing the pupils who sit in front of me every day. I can't teach them anything because I have to waste 15 minutes of every half an hour period to call them to order. And then when I get to teaching, I end up wasting even more time by having to constantly ask them to stay focused, to be quiet. And this is all learners who I prefer, not in my professional capacity, who I prefer to call grown-ups, because these are learners who tell educators that all of you young educators must F off from our school. This is the type of people that we are expected to train, that we are expected to educate, not only academically, but also socially. And that makes it very difficult for an educator, extremely difficult, when all of us, when all we ever do is just being pushed for where are the marks, where are the marks. We do not teach these learners anything because this is what we are faced with. And when I grew up, I was also naughty, but I wasn't disrespectful. These are the type of learners who would, when you talk to them, they would swear in front of you. They do not give two craps for you as not only a grown-up, but the educator. They have no respect. They will stand in front of you and make as though they would hit you. Now, I am calling on the Department of Education. You had better start doing something. Say, do something. We pay you to make our lives better, to make our jobs easier. And yet all you do is expect from us to babysit these children. We are not teaching them anything. And what do? You go and you adjust the requirements for tertiary education acceptance, which is, it's unacceptable. And just to give you a view on just how really out of order and unruly our learners are, and this is the reality in all of the South African schools. Our government do not give two flying Fs for our people. They are raising our children for the gutters. They want our learners to end up in prison, and they want to keep our children uneducated so that they can remain in power. So I am calling on all South Africans. This isn't just an educational issue. This isn't just the business of teachers anymore. We as South Africans, all of us must come together. Ouers, begin om julle kinders op te voed by die huis. Leer jou kind wat dit is om vir mense te respekteer, so that we can take this country forward. And I say this to my learners every day. The future of South Africa is dark. I do not see us ever getting past where we are now. There's no coming back from where we are at the moment. So I'm calling on all of you, I'm urging you, Enzi Mochega, do your job for once. Earn your salary. Start helping us. Stop overlaying us, especially the primary school educators, with so much admin. Let us be specialized educators. Give us 2 subjects at most to teach so that we can be fully prepared and that we can educate our learners, not only academically, but also socially. Because I want our people to start moving forward. I also want my learners to one day be able to go sit in a restaurant and experience the finer things in life. So please, I'm calling on you, I'm urging you, do something. Please. Thank you.